Today, we're going to be exploring this brand new Ocean Alexander 32E or 32 Explorer yacht. Now guys, this yacht is brand new to me. Other than setting my backpack down in the main salon, I haven't really explored this one. So for the most part, your first impression will be my first impression. Overall, it's 102 feet and 4 inches. It has a beam of 21 feet and 11 inches and a draft of 6 feet and 6 inches. So starting at the back of the yacht, obviously as you can see, they have the crane set up here, so you can store your tender and jet skis on this platform, but they also have a smaller hydraulic swim platform as well, so this can go down into the water. So you still get the benefits of having a traditional swim platform, just with a much larger package connected to it. You'll also notice the teak lining the sides, and that's because these are fold down terraces, so you can increase the space out on this deck even further. And you also have the built-in shower. You can see a couple of the toys right here. These are 2 sea bobs. And then you also have a little beach club back here. So this isn't connected to anything. You just have the little sofa. You have a TV right over here and then a little wet bar. I would imagine that you have some type of refrigeration in here. Yep. When I say some type, you have a very adequate double refrigerator drawers. And then another cool feature is you actually have this pane of glass in the ceiling. So you get tons of natural light in here. And this glass also curves so you can see the aft deck as well. So if you're trying to relax, have something on the TV, but still look at the back of the yacht right onto the water. You get a great view out here. So you have staircases leading up to the aft deck on either side. You have the gates as well that go across, bearing the Ocean Alexander name, as well as side access doors on each side of the aft deck. Speaking of which, here it is. You just have this little coffee table with the 3 different settees wrapping around it. And they did put a little detailing in the ceiling here. Now, Ocean Alexander is a production yacht builder, but you can change some of the options if you're ordering one brand new. They have a lot of different options to choose from. You'll notice a lot of just similarities and also maybe smaller details. So like right next to us, for instance, this is the 28E, and we're on the 32E. It's gonna be very similar, although this one will be slightly longer. You definitely wanna compare the two when you're looking at them all. Long story short, Ocean Alexander has a ton of options in the 90 to about 115 foot range. You'll wanna check out the whole line. I'll link a couple of my older Ocean Alexander tours in the description. Enough of me rambling. Let's head into the main salon. And although they are a production builder, don't get it twisted, guys. They have high quality materials, just really nice finishes, extremely smooth and quiet doors opening. There's a lot of very high-end touches on these yachts. So don't let the production builder status fool you. Back here we have a wet bar. Then here, of course, is the beautiful main salon. On a lot of these Ocean Alexander yachts, you'll find a really nice blend of the light finishes mixed in with some darker materials. And guys, you want to see what a real modern window looks like on one of these yachts? You have the sideboard over here, but behind that, look at this window. Floor to ceiling, and this stretches the entirety of this main salon. That's absolutely crazy. And then you also have a side access door here as well. There's one on the far side of the room, and then of course we're overlooking the dining area. Really nice lighting accents in the ceiling. And then same thing on this side, guys. Behind the sofa, look at this window. I mean, that's just incredible that they have such a large window on a yacht like this. So let's continue forward. The galley, we'll find it right here. Looks like we have a trash compactor and dishwasher sink over here. You have obviously just, your typical kitchen cabinet storage. You have Wolf appliances, it looks like. I know some of you are Miele fans, but guys, Wolf, and also it looks like we have the Viking microwave up here. Both Viking and Wolf, I would put them in the same category as Miele. They're very expensive, very high-end, and reliable appliances. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all looking for on these yachts. You want something that you're not gonna worry about your oven crapping out on you while you're on the water. Very reliable stuff right here. The waves get a little rough, you can keep your pots and pans in place. And then you do have the full-size American-style refrigerator with the 2 refrigerator doors and your freezer below. It's kind of interesting. I wonder what this, okay. It's a nice little piece of storage there. Really utilizes all of the space. Then it looks like, oh, it looks like we actually have another refrigerator right here. So, plenty of cold storage it looks like. In this one you just tuck away. The only thing I'd say is, this is great, but sometimes, if you're gonna be pushing that all the time, you might get some fingerprints or smudges on it, but it's a little thing. Obviously you're gonna clean this yacht, or you're gonna clean the galley pretty frequently, especially if you're gonna have a crew member in here. So it is what it is. But that is the galley. Let me give you one more look. And I believe the owner's suite is on the main deck. And you do have the day head right here. And I've been on some of the Explorer range before. So the layouts are pretty similar, although some of the sizing, things do get a little bit different. And that's one reason why I was saying in the intro, make sure you compare all the different options, because there are many. This is a beautiful owner suite on the main deck. You have the large TV up on the wall, and then the blinds are covered over there. But here you can see a really good look of just how big this window is. It's one thing I'm noticing, the same trend. It's very upright, this yacht, the Explorer design. Across from us, this is actually the 37 Legend. So this is it's a very modern yacht, but in a more traditional profile. And then I'm gonna throw a picture of this yacht's profile on the screen. So you'll see it's obviously that more plumb bow, modern style of yacht. Pleasantly surprised here, you have a walk-in closet. And it looks like, normally when things are mirrored, it's gonna be the exact same thing. So that's really nice closet space for a yacht of this size. That's one benefit. I love touring some of these older brokerage yachts that have been refit over the years, and some of them, I just love how traditional and great they are, but sometimes just the modern design elements of being able to maximize the space, that's definitely a big benefit of some of the more modern yachts. And here in the ensuite, you have a jetted tub, you have the double vanity. If you've been a fan of the channel, I mention this a lot, I love these mirrors, and no, for some of you, I know you ask, we have not renovated our bathroom yet in our house. So when we renovate the master bath, don't worry, I'm gonna put one of these in, and believe me, I'll let you know when I do. But anyways, if you're new here, long story short, I love this type of mirror. You can turn it on and off, just right there. And then over here, you'll have the walk-in shower. Obviously, you walk into the shower, you know what I mean. And then this is clearly the most interesting thing about this ensuite. You have this massive window. Now, some of you may not like it because it is a window at the end of the day, but I will say it is tinted from the outside. I've seen this on other Ocean Alexanders, and they do put a pretty decent tint. Not invisible, like you can't see through it, like you can see if you put your face up to it, but it's a decent tint. And also, all you have up here is the winches for the anchor gear. So the crew might be up here once in a great while, but for the most part, the times where they're actually gonna have to be up here and you'll be in the tub, I don't think it'll overlap that much. But obviously something to keep in mind. Either way, I think it's pretty cool. You get tons of natural light in the ensuite. But I do want to hear your thoughts on that design. So comment down below, let me know what you think. All right, let's keep moving. We are gonna head, so we're not gonna go upstairs yet. This is not a tri-deck super yacht, it's just the 2 decks, or the 2 upper decks, I should say. Excuse me, I'm wording that weird. It's not a tri-deck yacht, you don't have a sun deck. You have the lower deck, the main deck, and then the bridge deck. Just those 3, but the tri-deck is typically when you have the additional sun deck on top. Get my words a little crazy here, don't mind me. You have a really big landing here. Guys, wow. Like, look at this is what I'm talking about. Look at all of this storage in here. You have a laundry room right here. So your crew, they can wash all of the guests' clothing right on this level. They don't even have to take it far. There's a little workspace over here as well. Oh, looks like this is locked. You have another refrigerator as well. So if you just want to grab, a little midnight snack, you don't even have to disturb the crew. You could just grab something. And I'm also curious, if you owned this yacht, what are your staple drinks and beverages? What are you absolutely going to have in your drink fridges? something I'm curious about. So, looks like we have 4 cabins. Yep, this door was closed, but here we go. That same beautiful contrast between the dark woods and the white finishes. You have your ensuite over here. Not a rainfall shower, but still a really good size. And there is a little desk or dressing table on the far side. And your closets, of course. This room is going to be mirrored. I'll give you the opposite angle so you can see the TV on the wall. And then here, this is probably the VIP. So let's take a look at this 5th cabin. You have 2 singles here. And I'm curious, you may be able to have an option for a Pullman berth here. Not 100% sure, but typically the builders will put that there if you want it. Every single room, you have a really good sized window. All right, and last but not least, the VIP is in the midship. Excuse me, this isn't the midship. This is all the way forward. It's been a long day. This is the last yacht I'm filming of the day. Getting a little crazy. Don't mind me. I promise we're gonna hold it together till the end of this one. Just stick with me. But you have the VIP all the way forward. And this is a king bed. And you can see it's all the way forward. You're actually losing a teeny bit of space here. You have a couple of steps up. So I have to crouch a teeny bit. But I mean, for 90% of the room where you're gonna be actually standing, you don't have to crouch whatsoever. You have a large TV on the wall, the settee on this side, and then storage right in here. You have a dresser as well as a really large ensuite. And no rainfall shower on this one either. So let me know what you think. Are you a fan of the rainfall shower? Is it something that you're always looking for? Is it not a big deal to you? To me, I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, I do like a rainfall shower, but it's not the end of the world. But obviously some opinions may differ. Obviously, if you're gonna spend a crazy amount of money on a yacht like this, you're gonna want every single exact detail that you want. So I'm all for, I think it's okay to be greedy when you're purchasing a yacht like this. Because why buy something like this and not be 100% happy with it? Or at least as close to 100% happy as you can be. Now, we're gonna step up here. This is a combo bridge as well as the Sky Lounge. So if we look at the bridge, one thing I'm a big fan of, I do like how they lay out these bridges. You have the 3 huge multifunction displays. You can see the camera system right off the back of the yacht. You have your bow and stern thruster, the throttle control, of course, the Ocean Alexander logo stitched into the seats here. And you also have side access doors up to the bow area as well. And then behind us, like I said, this is the Sky Lounge. I don't think I mentioned it below. There is a TV in the main salon. I always seem to miss these, but you have the L-shaped seating right here, and there is a TV that folds down. Yep, I was just gonna say, I just have to find where it is, and that's right over here. And basically the giveaway, you can see the rectangle indent there, or the line. So a TV will fold down there for the Sky Lounge. But you also have the 3 bar stools, then marble everywhere you look over here with the refrigerators and, I would assume, ice maker. There's the fridge. Yep, and the ice maker. And the little sink, of course. All right, also up here, one thing I really like, Ocean Alexander, they still put a little day head up here, even though it's not a huge space up in the Sky Lounge. You know, it's not the biggest Sky Lounge we've ever seen. But keep in mind, this yacht is right around 100 feet. Now, keeping with the theme of quality, they do put power doors here, and just listen to that. Dead silent. Guys, let me tell you, I've been on some multi-million dollar, 10 million, 15 million and up yachts. You press the button and it just screeches. Here, let me get out the door before it closes on me. And the door just screeches as it comes across. Just sounds horrible. Now, obviously, that can be a maintenance thing. You know, you can grease it up, get the tracks going smoothly, but it's always a nice touch when you see just right out the gate, the door is deathly quiet. You have another seating area out here, and you could throw some chairs out here for an alfresco dining area. And you also have a little catering bar area over here, so you have the grill and then some storage underneath. And then everyone's favorite, they did manage to fit it on this one. You have the hot tub right on the middle of this deck with the sun pads that wrap around. And I actually like how they extended this out. You can, honestly, you can choose whatever type of furniture you want, but this is, you know, the standard that goes with it. But I like how you can walk around this entire hot tub and the seating here. And then, as mentioned, it's not a tri-deck. This ladder is just there for display purposes. The crew will use this. They can stow it away when they don't need it, but they can use this to get up to the mast whenever they're doing maintenance or need to clean or anything like that. So we've seen most of the areas, but we still have a few to check out. And actually, I'm gonna do this live. This is, I did read it correctly, it is the 28 Explorer. And I filmed so many of these Ocean Alexanders. I mean, what a good problem to have. I actually don't remember if I filmed the 28 Explorer before. So let me do a quick check. I was gonna say, I didn't have it on my list to film. That makes sense why. I actually filmed this last year, so the video was uploaded around 8 months ago. So I'll link that below if you wanna check out the 28 Explorer after this one. Would probably be a really interesting comparison also, to be honest. So this staircase will lead us back to the aft deck. And now we're gonna head forward to the bow. So, if we want to head up this staircase, this will lead us to the side access door near the helm station. And then if you thought you were running out of outdoor spaces, you were wrong. You have speakers out here, huge sun pad. I know I use that word a lot, but guys, look at this. All the way across the yacht, you have the sun pad. You also have the table right here in the U-shaped seating that wraps around. Of course, you're gonna have the pop-up lights, so these light up automatically when you lift them up. You can see that turning off as I send it down, and you just twist them to lock them in place. And then let's take a quick look all the way forward. So you have this little step here, and this is that crew area I was talking about where they will work. Let's see. So with the lights on, it does kind of look like you can see a little bit in, but you have to let me know if that's a showstopper for you. I personally, I wouldn't mind. I think the overlap there, it's probably not gonna be a problem. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. And normally, yep, it's already open. That door is right here. Let's see if anyone's down here. You can see you walk right into the crew mess. So they have the sink right here, a second set of washer and dryers, the freezer and fridge, and the microwave on top. It's nice to have two sets because you can put, typically the crew's clothes will get a little more soiled and dirty than the guests and the owner's clothes. That's because they're doing a lot of mechanical work, a lot of cleaning. So it is nice to have the two different sets. And it's just great to have a backup and redundant system just in case. But here you can see the TV, the table and the seating area. This looks like a captain's cabin. It's a single, but it's like a single and a half. It's a little wider than you normally see. And then the ensuite is right here. Heading back out, let's see what else we have before going into the engine room. I've seen on these yachts, sometimes it's a cabin, sometimes it's a utility room. Oh, this one is a cabin. You could probably opt for a utility room if you wanted to. But it looks like you have the bunk beds in here. And then it looks like their head is right here. So sink, toilet, and the shower. They also have this system right here, so they can easily monitor all the ship systems from this. It's great for them to have situational awareness of what's going on. We have another cabin back here. So it looks like 2, 4, and then 5 for the captain in total, so 5 crew. So these two cabins will share this restroom that we just saw. And then here is a little workbench area. I'd imagine that you can get through this to get to the beach club if you really needed to in an emergency. So it's covered really nicely there, but it makes sense that you'd be able to access that. And then it looks like there is a water connection here. It also drains, so if you need to rinse anything off, you could do so. You have the hook overhead or the bar, or you could just use this area for storage. All right, now let's walk into the engine room. And this engine room's a little loud, so I'm gonna show you the engine room, and then I'm gonna come out here back into the crew mess and tell you about the engines. You have full standing headroom if you couldn't tell. The AC works really well in here. I'm always a fan of that. You can see some of your hydraulic systems, your generator over here, and the other generator on the opposite side. All right, so let's get out of here and let me tell you about these engines. Actually, I'm just gonna head back upstairs. So this yacht comes with a pair. Well, I'll tell you about them as I go back upstairs. It's not a ladder, it's just a staircase, so it's very easy. This yacht comes with a pair of MAN V12 engines. They're 1900 horsepower each. You have a pretty nice top speed of 21 knots. You can cruise at 18 knots, and you drop it down to displacement speeds at 9 knots. You're looking at around an estimated 1900 nautical miles. So pretty capable for a quote unquote little 102-foot yacht. Let me give you one last shot of the main salon. Thank you, of course, to Ocean Alexander for letting me on board to do this tour. Let's see if we can find, oh, here it is. If you stuck around with me this long, I appreciate it. Here is the cutout for the TV. So this will fold down this way, so you can watch TV facing aft. You stuck around for this long, I just want you to know, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, comment down below, let me know what you think, and we will catch you next time.